Well, Asher, as we continue to look at these latest pictures coming out of Brussels airport, people being evacuated, let's just take you through exactly what we do know so far. There were 2 explosions in the departure hall of Brussels airport. At least 1 person has been killed. Several people have been wounded. That's according to Belgian media. Now, all passengers have been evacuated and flights have been suspended following the incident. Now, it's difficult to try and speculate as to exactly what may have caused those 2 explosions. As we say, Belgium has been under threat of terrorist attack, but it's not right to speculate exactly who may well have been behind this. There is a security concern at all these kind of public gatherings, and of course, for security officials, the only thing you can do is allow people to carry on, because you can't close everything down. I mean, we had a game in Istanbul that was closed because of terrorist threats, but you can't stop people from living their lives.
No, but with an incident like this, I think the authorities aren't going to take any risks. They want to evacuate and secure the airport. They'll obviously be carrying out a very stringent check and be making sure that the airport is secure before anyone is allowed back in and before flights are resumed.
Well, thanks, Ashley. Let's just bring you the latest line out of Belgium. The Belgian Interior Minister has said that the terror level threat in the country now goes to maximum level following the explosions at the airport. Now, let's go to Jack Parrock, who's in Brussels for us. Jack, thanks for joining us this morning. So what do we know so far?
Well, we know that there were 2 explosions just before 8 a.m. local time at the Brussels-Zaventem airport. We're hearing that at least 1 person has been killed and several have been injured. On social media, there's been many images of people running away from the airport, some pictures that look like there's been some pretty big destruction up there, with roof panels in the main terminal having fallen down, and also plumes of smoke coming out of the building. Now, the airport has tweeted that nobody should go there, all flights are cancelled, and that they should stay away from the area, that the airport's being evacuated, and the metro in the city centre of Brussels has also now been closed.
OK, well, Jack, of course this comes hard on the heels of the arrest of Salam, one of the main suspects behind the Paris attacks. And of course, yesterday there were warnings by the Belgian Interior Minister that there were more people involved in his terror cell that may be looking to commit attacks. And of course, while we don't know what was behind these explosions, it might be a way to for the investigators to look.
Clearly, the people here are suspecting that might be what's happened. But at the moment, authorities have not clarified what that might be and what might have happened there. We are starting to hear the word bomb being used as opposed to just explosion. So it does look like this was an intentional attack at the moment, but the links have yet to be made. We can't confirm exactly what this was, but obviously the people, as they make their way into work this morning in Brussels, will be assuming that this has something to do with Salah Abdeslam's terror cell and his group following his attack.
Yes, following his arrest, Jack. And Jack, if you remember, as we were talking on Friday during the arrest of Abdeslam, we were talking about the feeling in Brussels and how the feeling may have slightly calmed following November's Paris attacks and how the tension in the city was very high. Security was high, I remember you telling me, but perhaps a lot of people were getting back to normal. That's going to change now, isn't it?
Exactly, yes. I mean, what's happened now this time is that this has happened on the general public, people taking their flights in and out of Brussels, whereas the raids that were searching for him were obviously targeted towards places that they thought were believed to be harbouring this terror cell. This is now an attack on a public place. Anyone who flies into Brussels will have flown into Zaventem. They know that that's the main airport. It's the airport we all use to fly in and out of the city on holiday or on work trips. This is a place which is well known. It's 20 minutes outside of the city centre of Brussels. So this is a real attack on the civilian population.
And Jack, if you can, just give us a sense of the sort of the busyness of the airport. Of course, many of us will be familiar with going through hub airports like Charles de Gaulle or Heathrow. How busy is Brussels airport in terms of the passenger numbers passing through there on a daily, weekly basis?
Brussels is an extremely busy airport. I don't have the details of exactly kind of where it places in the ranking, but it is itself a bit of a hub airport. It punches above its weight as far as the city goes. Obviously, with the European Union institutions here, NATO, which is only around maybe 3 or 4 kilometres away from Zaventem Airport, the NATO HQ, that's based here. So it's an extremely busy airport, indeed, very, very busy.